Hello and welcome. Sorry about the wait. I was fighting with my solidified honey. It's not even that. It's not even cold here. I don't know why it's. You know what? It's fine. My ears are clogged. Interesting. I can hear my own voice. Make it stop. Anyway, how are you doing? Oh, it's so distracting. Why? Why? Okay. I think that's better. Anyway, welcome. We're reading Thrice Married to a Salted Fish. And we are starting on chapter 3, because we only read 2 chapters last time. We're getting through this quite slowly already. But it's fine. We're gonna have fun. We're going to have fun, right? Right? Okay. I need to drink tea before we start because I had spicy food and that makes my throat get all clogged up. So yeah, how are you doing? Let's chat a bit before we start reading. I can't even put my book down, except I won't because usually I forget to put it back up if I do that, so I won't put it down yet. Ooh, we'll get to it in a bit. But my tea is very hot. Fun. I don't really remember what happened last time though. I think they got married and he's disabled and oh yeah, and then he's transmigrated into the disabled guy. It's gonna be fun. Everything is normal again? What does that mean? Hey, what does that mean? Why does that sound so ominous? What's happening? I hope everything's normal. I hope so. Oh yeah, he called him my widow. He called him my widow. Don't worry, my widow. Everything, it will happen soon. That's beautiful. Don't 3 me. Not after saying that. Goodness gracious. I had matcha today, so I might be a little weird. Not you too! Oh my god. I don't know. I'm supposed to be... Never mind. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I don't want to burn my mouth. I kind of don't want to burn my mouth. Is the thing. I don't want to burn my mouth. It's fine. It's fine. I think I could read a little bit before I drink some tea. It'll be fine. Boiler is leaking, steering wheel ain't turning. What the fuck? Are you okay? Why is that? Oh no! Oh my god. That's dangerous! How are you gonna make any turns? You can't, you just have to drive straight. Anyway, let's get started. Let's get started reading this book. Oh, sorry. I keep wanting to call him Lu Chinga. It's the scum villain brain rot in me. I can't. The car will turn my what? Huh? What? What does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? It's okay. Everything will be fine. Good lord. Okay, good. Cool. Not nearly enough honey because I was still battling with it. It's fine. Let's start reading, shall we? Chapter 3 of Thrice Married to a Salted Fish. What page are we on? Page 29. Okay, reading voice. Lin Qingyu stood up and left. What did he have to worry about, since the patient had already lost the will to live? The earlier Lu Wancheng died, the faster Lin Qingyu could return to the Lin residence. He entered the study. When he first arrived at the Marquise Marquess. Okay, Shilling taught me how to pronounce this, but I forgot it. I forgot it. When he first arrived at the Marquess of Nanan's residence, he had brought only 2 chests with him. One contained clothes and the other held medical books. The rules of the residence had stated that Lin Qingyu could bring 2 maids with him, but he wasn't used to having female personal servants. In the Lin residence, his servant was a boy with whom he had grown up and studied. I'm sure you just studied. It was not a glamorous fate to marry a man and become a male wife. He didn't want his personal servant to enter the Marquess's residence as part of a dowry, so Lin Qingyu had come alone. Those medical books were the only things that accompanied him. Among them were many ancient books he hadn't read yet. He wondered whether they contained any cases similar to Lu Wancheng's. As he buried his head in those books, he finally calmed a little. Guys, my reading brain is slowly turning on. Just give me a second. just give me a minute. In school, Lin Qingyu's classmate had found medical books boring and complicated. They'd gotten sleepy after reading just a few pages. But to Lin Qingyu, the fictional books his classmates obsessed over were far less interesting than medical books. Like his father, he had an eidetic memory, so he could recite anything by heart after reading it just once, unlike his classmates who would need an entire day to memorize the same text. His father had thought about having him take the imperial civil examinations, but Lin Qingyu just wanted to become a medical official. He loved to see patients gradually improve under his care, and he wanted to enter the department of imperial physicians, where famed doctors from all over the empire gathered. He wanted to study medicine alongside them, find treatments for complicated diseases, and help the people of the great Yu Empire. He could have done it. He'd been so close. Young lord. The voice didn't sound like a maid's. Lin Qingyu looked up. It was Auntie Nitpicky, whose surname was apparently Lu. What? Lin Qingyu replied coldly. Auntie Lu smiled. Young lord, it's time to eat. Lin Qingyu didn't have an appetite at all, but it wasn't worth harming his body to spite the bastards in the Marquess's household. Guys, I really need to learn how to fucking pronounce that word. It's gonna come up so much. I forget what voices I did for them too. I think I gave this one kind of like a bitch boy voice. Okay. Bring my food here. I'll eat in the study. Auntie Lu waved her hands, objecting. That won't do, young lord. Why not? Lin Qingyu frowned. Does the residence have a rule against my eating in the study? No, but since this marriage saved the young master and you're his lucky charm, the lady ordered that you two stay together as much as possible so the young master can heal faster. Refuting such superstition would only make him look stupid. But if a warding off marriage really cured disease, then why did the great Yu Empire need physicians? Why did the court spend so much money on medical officials? If you're sick, just get married and everything will be fine. Lin Qingyu examined Auntie Lu. How old are you? Auntie Lu didn't know why he was asking, but she smiled and replied, I'm 52 this year. Yet you only look about 42. On the other hand, I may not even live to see 52. I imagine that if you take care of the young master, Auntie, he'll get better even faster. How fortunate. Auntie Lu's smile froze. You must be joking, young lord. Lin Qingyu's expression turned cold. Do I look like I'm joking? Leave. Auntie Lu looked extremely unhappy. She was Lady Liang's confidant, and everyone in the manor treated her with the utmost respect, other than its masters. In truth, even they paid... Sorry, beeping was annoying. In truth, even they paid homage to her. Who was Lin Qingyu?
To put it nicely, he was the young lord of the residence. To put it bluntly, however, he was simply a male wife whom the Marquis's household had bought to prolong the young master's life. He'd only been here a single day, yet he had the gall to disrespect her. When he noticed that she wasn't leaving, Lin Qingyu scoffed. Is there no distinction between ranks in this residence? A mere servant daring to ignore the young lord's orders. Is that another household custom? Auntie Lu lowered her gaze. This servant dares not do so. But the lady personally ordered that ginseng chicken soup be made, and that I serve it. If the young lord didn't sample it with the young master, that would betray the lady's kindness. Ginseng chicken soup, moron. Didn't she know that the weak shouldn't be nourished with such dishes? Does Lady Liang think that her son's illness isn't severe enough? Footnote: in traditional Chinese medicine, the effects of nourishing ingredients include stimulating qi. Such ingredients aren't considered an appropriate treatment for every patient. Interesting. Jesus, take the wheel, take it from my hand. Whoa. Tea. That's nice. What? What? Sorry. What? Did I skip a page? Oh, I skipped a page. Sorry. Hang on. That was so confusing. She ordered it made. It's not like she... Oh, this is Lin. Okay, Lin Qingyu. She ordered it made. It's not like she made it herself. Lin Qingyu looked away from Auntie Lu and flipped a page in his book. Just take it to the young master. Auntie Lu gritted her teeth, glancing ominously at Lin Qingyu, and left with the chicken soup. Peace returned to the study, but Lin Qingyu was a bit distracted now. Lu Wancheng's stomach and intestines were already damaged. Ingesting a nourishing medicinal ingredient like ginseng would only worsen his already weak state. Lu Wancheng had been ill since he was a child. Such a chronic illness would turn even a patient into a such a chronic illness would turn even a patient into a physician of sorts. I love that line. I love that. I love that. I love that. That's such a good line. Holy shit. Did Lady Liang not even know that, as his mother? Once or twice was fine, but if Lu Wancheng continually ingested such nourishing treatments, his body would become weaker and weaker. Forget it. Lin Qingyu would just consider this a good deed done to accumulate positive karma. Lu Wancheng's situation was rare, and Lin Qingyu wanted to observe it for a while longer. Lin Qingyu left the study and went to the dining hall, but he didn't see Lu Wancheng. Where's the young master? He asked a passing maid. The young master said he didn't want to get up. He wanted to eat in bed, she replied. Bedridden patients should indeed lie down when possible. Lin Qingyu headed to the bedroom. Even before he entered, he began telling Lu Wancheng that ginseng chicken soup your mother made. Don't... Lu Wancheng was sitting on the bed, eating porridge and some side dishes. A square table stood in front of Lu Wancheng's bed. Most of the dishes on that table had mild flavors, save for the large pot of chicken soup with ginseng slices floating in it. The clean ladle beside the pot made it clear that Lu Wancheng hadn't eaten a single spoonful of the soup. Lu Wancheng slowly finished chewing and swallowing, then said, Physician Lin, whatever a guest, have you eaten? Your mother ordered the kitchen to make that ginseng chicken soup. Why haven't you eaten any? He said, why haven't you had any? But same thing. Lin Qingyu asked. Lu Wancheng wiped his mouth with a handkerchief and casually replied, I won't eat anything she sends over. That statement piqued Lin Qingyu's curiosity. Why not? They said that I have half a year to live. What? They said that I have half a year left, not a single hour, or minute, less. If they want to get rid of me earlier, I'll be sure to give them grief. Lin Qingyu found this strange. Why would they want to get rid of you earlier? Lu Wancheng blinked at him. Take a guess. Lin Qingyu didn't indulge him. Was that an attempt to be witty? Lu Wancheng suddenly laughed out loud, but he chuckled too hard and choked, coughing until his handsome face reddened slightly. Me! Why is he just me? What the fuck? Lin Qingyu didn't know why Lu Wancheng was laughing, but he could tell that the relationship between the Marchioness and her son wasn't as loving as it seemed. Watching a maid pat Lu Wancheng's back to help with his coughing, Lin Qingyu retracted the hand that he'd extended. What is there to laugh at? He retracted his hand to pat his back. It's fine. I'm fine. Is it just instinct for him? God. Oh God, he's so precious. Lu Wancheng stopped coughing, mirth in his breath. I'm only a tiny bit witty, but I'm very lively. That body of yours can't express any degree of liveliness, even if you wanted to, Lin Qingyu scoffed. You're right. This body makes me want to puke. If it were my own, Lu Wancheng sighed. What do you mean? Lu Wancheng smiled and avoided the question, asking, Since you're here, will you sit down and eat, Physician Lin? I can't partake in this chicken soup, but you can. Where am I supposed to sit? Lu Wancheng looked around. Why don't you sit on the bed with me? Forget it, Lin Qingyu said ungratefully. You can eat on your own. Goodbye. Lu Wancheng stopped him. Wait, I have something to give you. I just looked at the list of wedding gifts and I noticed one that would suit you quite well. Not even having looked at the item, Lin Qingyu replied, I don't want it. Lu Wancheng clicked his tongue. At least take a peek and see whether you want it. Hualu? Hualu was the other maid who served Lu Wancheng, along with Feng Qin, and she was cute and energetic. Feeling so energetic. She brought something over and smiled, saying, If the young master hadn't told me, I wouldn't have known what this was. Lin Qingyu granted it a glance and was stunned at what he saw. The item Hualu handed him resembled a cloth bag, but it was made of leather. It could be rolled up easily. Spread flat, it was narrow and clearly wouldn't hold much. A layperson wouldn't have been able to tell, but any practitioner of medicine would know instantly that it was an acupuncture bag. The inner layer was meant to hold needles. Before he knew it, Lin Qingyu had reached out his hand and stroked the soft leather. His long eyelashes trembled and his gaze turned dark. Ooh, he likes it. Lu Wancheng smiled. Do you like it? Most of the gifts sent to the wedding and the Marquis of Nanan's residence would be from high-ranking officials in the capital. Lin Qingyu picked up the list on the table and glanced over it. The majority of the presents were gold, silver, jade, antique calligraphy, or paintings. A small acupuncture bag didn't stand out much among all those. Still, of all the gifts, Lu Wancheng had wanted to give him this. 'Cause he knows it. Yeah. Lin Qingyu looked at the embroidery on the outside. It read, Union of Lu and Lin, always of one heart, in gold thread. He smiled, self-deprecatingly. Thank you for your good intentions, young Marcus, but what is the meaning of giving me this? Lu Wancheng put his fist to his lips and coughed. You can use it in the future. Oh, on you? Lu Wancheng's smile faded. He was silent for a moment, then said, I'm sorry, I didn't mean that. I mean... His tone turned lighthearted. If you don't want it, that's fine, but don't get upset. Though you're very pleasing on the eyes even when you're upset, Physician Lin. It's not good for your health. As the saying goes, why make a fuss when it's a waste of your breath? You can fuss till you die, but no one will praise your death. I'm not upset, Lin Qingyu said calmly. Oh, calmly. I'm not upset. Lu Wancheng waved Hualu over to them. What is it, young master? She asked, bending toward him. Someone's upset. he replied, but I'm not telling you who. He's so cute. Lin Qingyu was speechless. Lu Wancheng put his finger to his lips and looked out the window. Shh, that mother of mine is here. Why shush me? Why shush me? You're the one who talks the most. Lin Qingyu smiled coldly. Your mother is probably here to confront me. Lu Wancheng stroked his chin. Let me guess. She wanted you to stay with me as much as possible, but you ignored her. In his surprise... In his surprise, Lin Qingyu forgot to be angry. How did you know? Lu Wancheng smiled meaningfully. I know a lot of things. Lin Qingyu mulled that over and smiled abruptly. He rolled up his sleeve and picked up Lu Wancheng's bowl of half-finished porridge. I'll feed you this, young Marcus. Oh. It's a ... oh, and it's not italicized yet, but it might be italicized later. I'm being fed. Outside, Auntie Lu helped Lady Liang into the courtyard. Feng Qin approached her, saying, Greetings, lady. Where's the young master? Eating in the bedroom, lady. Is the young lord with him? Feng Qin shook her head. The young lord is alone in the study. Now you've been told that... what? Ooh, okay. Now you've been told that too, lady, Auntie Lu whispered. The young lord himself said everything I told you. Lady Liang held her hand to the hairpin near her temple. I trust you, of course. Let's take a look inside. Auntie Lu walked over, clearing the way for Lady Liang. The young master only just woke up last night. He's in need of someone to serve him. There are maids in his room, but the young lord is his wife. If his husband is sick in bed, how could a wife not tend to him? It's only the first day of the marriage, but the young lord's behavior is so insulting already. How could he betray the solemn duty of marriage? The Marchioness of Nanan was known for her gentle temper, but now she frowned and quickened her steps. They rushed into the room, as if a fire were burning behind them. The wedding decorations hadn't yet been removed, and Lu Wancheng was half sitting, half lying on the wedding bed. Lin Qingyu sat beside him, holding the porridge bowl in one hand and feeding Lu Wancheng with the other. Here, young Marcus, he said. It's a bit hot. Blow on it. Lu Wancheng teased. It's basically fake marriage, and it's... Oh my god, wait, it's so good. Wait, it's... Holy shit. Holy shit. Oh, I love it. Lin Qingyu narrowed his eyes as if wanting his gaze to poke a hole in Lu Wancheng's smiling face, but the couple, one of them handsome and sumptuously dressed. Sumptuously? No, sumptuously. That T came from nowhere. The other beautiful and dignified, looked happy and peaceful. Lady Liang and Auntie Lu were frozen until Lu Wancheng looked over. Mother, why are you here? He asked. Lady Liang furrowed her brow, then relaxed it. To see how your appetite is, she said gently, glancing at Auntie Lu. Furious, Auntie Lu whispered, Didn't you say the young lord was in his study? Just now he was, replied Feng Qin, confused. Lin Qingyu set down the porridge and stood. But lady, you already asked Auntie Lu to come here, so why are you now here in person? Simply to confirm that the young Marcus is eating well? Lu Wancheng smiled. You came to watch me eat, despite the chill outside. I'm moved, mother. Lady Liang forced a smile. What mother wouldn't want to spoil her child? Did you eat the chicken soup I sent, Wancheng? Lu Wancheng looked at Lin Qingyu. I wanted to, but he wouldn't let me. The books say that one must cleanse the patient's body of toxins before nourishment, Lin Qingyu explained calmly. The Marcus is weak right now, and strong nourishment would only burden his body further. That's common knowledge, lady. You knew that, didn't you? Lady Liang's face darkened. She opened her mouth, stammering, Of course mother knows, but the servants must have forgotten to remind her, Lu Wancheng said, smiling. Isn't that right, Auntie Lu? Auntie Lu glanced sidelong at Lady Liang. When the lady didn't return her gaze, Auntie Lu tacitly understood something and grudgingly knelt. Yes, it was my fault. I should be punished. Before Lady Liang could respond, Lu Wancheng asked, Qingyu, how do you want to punish her? What is going on? What the fuck is going on? This concerns the young Marx's body, so to prevent further incidents, we've got to give her a slap on the wrist as an example to others. Lin Qingyu mused, then told Auntie Lu, according to the manor's rules, you should be fined 3 months' salary and sentenced to a month of hard labor. The fuck? That's crazy. I think that's fair, Lu Wancheng nodded. However, it's not my decision, it's Mother's. Lady Liang forced a smile. Do as Qingyu said. After that, she clearly became distracted. She sat around for a bit, then left with Auntie Lu. Once they were the only 2 people left in the room, Lu Wancheng asked Lin Qingyu, how did Auntie Lu offend you? She forced me to change the way I address someone, twice. How so? Did she make you call me husband? Lin Qingyu's expression was as cold as jade. Yes. You certainly know how to hold a grudge, Physician Lin. Lu Wancheng smiled. Lin Qingyu glared at him, his look sharp as a knife. Is that funny? Lu Wancheng held back a chuckle. I won't laugh. But how did you know the manor's rules? Auntie Lu insisted on telling me, Lin Qingyu said simply. I tried to ignore her, but my memory is impeccable, so I had no choice but to learn them. Lu Wancheng smiled and said to himself, Damn, what a flex. Lin Qingyu didn't understand. Flex? What do you mean by that? I mean that you're quite good. Wancheng, your modernisms are showing. Pull it back, pull back. That's the end of chapter 3. Ugh, this is fun. Oh, this is fun. Oh, this is very fun. They're flirting already. They already flirted in the first chapter, but they're still flirting. Oh, it's fun. Okay. We're in chapter 4. It doesn't say on the pages. Page 41, kind of? Page 40 is blank, so... Yeah, 41. It's cute. It's cute. Wait, I need to check if there are any pictures. Okay, we don't get any illustrations until later, so I need to know, like, when to find the illustration. I don't actually know if I'll be able to find them online. And then, like, be able to show you, but I'll try. I'll try. We're not going to get to any pictures yet, but maybe next time. No pictures. Alright, chapter 4. Too many things happened that day, and Lin Qingyu realized right before he went to bed that he'd forgotten something, to ask someone to put a bed for him in the study. He thought about sleeping at the desk in the study that night, but unexpectedly, Lu Wancheng sent Hua Lu to ask that he come back and sleep in their room. Lin Qingyu entered the bedroom with an unhappy expression. Lu Wancheng had taken his medicine and was about to go to bed. When he saw Lin Qingyu, he smiled. You're here. Lin Qingyu cut to the chase. What is the meaning of this? Lu Wancheng didn't understand. The meaning of what? Didn't you say that we needn't take this marriage seriously? I did. Then why make me come back to sleep here? Lu Wancheng smiled, saying, You've misunderstood. I didn't ask you to come back to sleep with you. His direct wording made Lin Qingyu pause. You're the young master of the noble household, he told Lu Wancheng, tone stiff. Could you speak more decorously? Is that how that's pronounced? In a decorous tone, Lu Wancheng responded, I didn't ask you to come back to sleep with you. After all, no matter how beautiful you are, I am no cut sleeve. Uh-huh. What does decorous even mean? Lin Qingyu took a deep breath, deciding not to drag the topic out any further. Get to the point. I want your good fortune to rub off on me, Lu Wancheng said, contemplatively. When you're here, my body feels less strained. Lin Qingyu paused. Are you serious? Lu Wancheng nodded. Entirely serious. The corner of Lin Qingyu's mouth twitched. Fool, he said mockingly. I didn't think you'd believe such things as well. He thought that Lu Wancheng was different from the others in the Marquis of Nanan's manner, but he was wrong. In the past, I was even more skeptical than you, but I do believe them a little. Believe in them. But I do believe in them a little now, Lu Wancheng said slowly. Physician Lin, do you believe in the 3 souls and 7 spirits, and reincarnation? No, Lin Qingyu bluntly said. Why not? Because I've never witnessed those. But I have. You must have been mistaken. Ah, Lu Wancheng murmured. I knew nobody would believe me. Lin Qingyu frowned. So you accept the Imperial Preceptor's nonsense? If not for the Bazi the Imperial Preceptor had sent, there wouldn't have been a warding off marriage. Obviously, the man was listed among those... What? Obviously, the man was listed among those he held grudges against. The man was listed among... What? I don't understand this sentence. Obviously, comma, the man was listed among those he held grudges against. Huh? Maybe I think I understand it, but I'm a little confused. Because science? The Imperial Preceptor, Lu Wancheng repeated, deep in thought. That reminds me, I need to visit Great Yu's Imperial Preceptor, who knows everything about heaven, earth, and the gods. First, you'll need to learn how to get out of bed, Lin Qingyu said brusquely. The Imperial Preceptor never took part in politics, say that 5 times, but he was respected. He was akin to a relative of the imperial family. The emperor often summoned the Imperial Preceptor to join him in the palace. If Lu Wancheng wanted to see the Imperial Preceptor, he would have to ask for an audience. Lu Wancheng snapped back to his senses. Let's not talk about this now, he said. Physician Lin, please take a look at the soft divan Hualu prepared for you. What divan? Only then did Lin Qingyu notice that the divan he'd slept on the previous night was now covered with thick bedding and quilts, even a soft pillow, making it look like a small bed. The expression left Lin Qingyu's face. He didn't know whether he should praise Lu Wancheng or scold him. Lu Wancheng told him graciously, I don't mind sleeping in the same bed as a man, but I was afraid you would. We can take turns using the divan. When Lin Qingyu left home for school, he had traveled far and wide with his teacher and occasionally slept in the same bed as fellow students. It was nothing for 2 heterosexual men to sleep in the same bed. But Lu Wancheng... Well, he was Lin Qingyu's husband, so Lin Qingyu couldn't treat him like a normal man. A divan was at least more comfortable to sleep on than a desk, and this way Lin Qingyu could avoid Lady Liang's fuss if she found out that he and Lu Wancheng slept in separate rooms. Lin Qingyu made up his mind. We don't need to take turns. I can use it. As the night went on, the lights in the manor slowly went out. The newlyweds, one on the bed and the other on the divan, were separated by a screen embroidered with mandarin ducks playing in water. Lu Wancheng had slept too much during the day, so he wasn't quite sleepy yet. Real. Putting his hands behind his head, he began chatting with Lin Qingyu. Physician Lin, how old are you? 18. 18? He's 18? What? Okay. Good lord. Ugh. Good lord, they're both 8. Okay. So, okay. 18, Lin Qingyu said listlessly, his eyes closed. So by normal standards, you're probably a couple of months older than me. Why don't I call you Yuga going forward? Do you have a headache? Lu Wancheng paused. No. I assumed you felt so ill that you forgot your own age. Oh? How old am I? Is he actually this stupid or merely pretending to be? Agitation before bed wasn't good for you, so Lin Qingyu tried to remain calm, as he said, 19. Really? What great news? Lu Wangcheng laughed. You should call me Wancheng Guga then. So silly. Oh, they're so silly. Lin Qingyu turned over, showing Lu Wancheng only the back of his head. Go to sleep, young Marcus. Anything can happen in your dreams. Lu Wancheng chuckled, saying to himself, a beauty with a terrible temper. But somehow such an interesting character isn't the protagonist. The night got later. Physically and mentally exhausted, Lin Qingyu let himself sink into his own dreams. The great Yu Empire placed great weight on medical expertise. Beyond the Department of Imperial Physicians and the Imperial Pharmacy, an Imperial Academy of Medicine had been established. Outside the palace to select and train talented medical... there was no period after established. It had been established outside the palace to select and train talented medical students. The Imperial Academy of Medicine conducted an entrance examination every 3 years, a schedule similar to that of the Imperial Civil Examinations. As long as a potential student could pass the entrance exam, he could enter the Imperial Academy of Medicine, regardless of his teachers or family background. After that, one could read all the rare and valuable books in the world, appreciate the finest materials and ingredients, and work with famed physicians inside and outside the court. Even be appointed a palace official, author books, or travel to other nations to study. The Imperial Academy of Medicine was a sanctuary for physicians, and many squeezed every last bit of knowledge from their brains to get in. However, the selection process and exam were extremely demanding. It was no exaggeration to say that only 1 in 10,000 applicants was accepted. Lin Qingyu, talented and skilled, had been told by his mentor that he would pass the examination. Still, he hadn't dared to slack off. He'd studied painstakingly for 3 years. When the examination day finally arrived, he and several classmates were waiting outside the exam room. As they chattered, he brimmed with vitality and confidence. In him, there was no trace of the other students' nervousness and anxiety. As the exam room's vermilion door slowly opened, Lin Qingyu's eyes sparkled. He went slowly up the steps toward his sanctuary. Just when he was about to touch the ray of light coming from the door, an unfamiliar... What the fuck? It disappeared. Oh my god. Okay. Just when he was about to touch the ray of light coming from the door, an unfamiliar voice had stopped him. The speaker was a man wearing eunuch's clothing. Lin Qingyu couldn't see his face, but he saw the yellow imperial edict in the man's hand. An imperial edict has arrived, addressed to Lin Qingyu. Lin Qingyu knelt to listen to the edict. The other students seemed not to notice the sudden development. One by one, they filed into the exam room, disappearing past him. That fucking sucks, dude! Holy shit. In compliance with the will of the universe, the Emperor proclaims that Lu Wancheng, son of the Marquis of Nanan, and a man of noble character and extraordinary appearance, will soon turn 20. I now address the son of Lin Rushan, the head imperial physician in the Department of Imperial Physicians, a filial man with a dignified appearance. The Emperor has granted the 2 young men a marriage, and an auspicious day must be chosen for the wedding. Lin Qingyu looked up in shock, and the bright yellow light nearly blinded him. Then the door to the Imperial Academy of Medicine slammed shut. Lin Qingyu jolted awake from his dream. Only his panting could be heard in the silence. His heart gradually slowed, but his depression and reluctance were as thick as ink. Ineradicable. His dream had been different from the reality. In actuality, the eunuch who delivered the imperial edict had gone directly to the Lin residence, after which Lin Qingyu was disqualified from the examination. He became the male wife of the Marquis of Nanan's son before the examination even took place. It was 2 hours before dawn, but Lin Qingyu no longer felt sleepy. As he rose from the divan, intending to pour himself a cup of tea, he heard a stifled moan. It was Lu Wancheng. Pudding? Pudding? I actually don't like pudding. I'm glad you enjoyed. Nuh-uh, I really need to get rid of that fucking redeem. I don't have any more fun facts than me. I don't have any more. Let me read. Let me read. Okay, I'm just gonna keep reading. Oh my god, hi Shannon. You're good. I forgot how to say Marcus. How do you pronounce it? It's fine. It's 46, page 46. Okay. Stifled moan. Lin Qingyu lit a lamp and walked briskly to the bed. Young Marcus. Lu Wancheng lay curled up on the bed, his eyes closed. His expression was slightly distorted, his long hair sticking to his sweaty face. Lu Wancheng? Lin Qingyu called again. Oh wait, this is Lu Wancheng? Lin Qingyu called again. Lu Wancheng opened his eyes, his vision blurry. Physician Lin? Yes. Physician Lin, I don't feel very well. Lin Qingyu felt Lu Wancheng's pulse, confirming that he had palpitations. Marcianus. Okay. Wait, no, that's Marcian, but then there's also just Marcus. That's fine, right? I think that's fine. When Lin Qingyu tended to be a patient... When Lin Qingyu tended to a patient, his tone warmed a bit. I know. Your chest feels uncomfortable, right? Lu Wancheng nodded. Bear with it for a moment. I'll be back soon. Are you going to get a knife? Lu Wancheng asked weakly. Lin Qingyu was confused. Why would I get a knife? To finish me off. Right now, I have no interest in killing you. He had, however, entertained thoughts of poisoning Lu Wancheng before the wedding, so that he wouldn't have to engage in intercourse. If Lu Wancheng hadn't behaved so well on the wedding night, and preemptively suggested that they take the marriage lightly, he might have been half a eunuch by now. Okay. Goodness. Lin Qingyu took a wooden medicine chest from the chest that held his clothes. The box contained many of his masterpieces. Most were poisons, but of course, there were also medicines that could cure diseases and save lives. What? Save lives. What the fuck? Lin Qingyu returned to the bedside with a porcelain bottle of pills and an acupuncture bag. This is a calming pill that can relieve your palpitations. Want it? Lu Wancheng said. I'll give it a try. Lin Qingyu helped Lu Wancheng sit up, then fed him the pill. I'll use needles on you too, just to be safe. Seemingly recalling some trauma from his youth, Lu Wancheng tried to get up on his arms. Needles? Acupuncture. Oh, Lu Wancheng said, lying back down. Be gentle then. No, I'm going to use a lot of force, Lin Qingyu retorted impatiently. Lu Wancheng had nothing to say to that. Lin Qingyu took a deep breath. Acupuncture was delicate, and he needed to concentrate. Am I going to die again, Physician Lin? If you can save me, then save me. But if you can't, don't force yourself. Lu Wancheng sighed. I only had a few days of sleeping in. Shut up. A thin sheet of sweat covered Lin Qingyu's forehead. His eyes shone as he focused on inserting the first needle. I won't let you die. Not tonight. The medicine and acupuncture alleviated Lu Wancheng's symptoms, and he quickly fell asleep. Lin Qingyu sighed in relief and looked out the window. The sky was lightening. It means he doesn't hate it that much. It means he actually doesn't hate it that much. And he actually gets to, do his work on a patient that needs it. Like, he's actually saving lives. Ugh! Well, one life, I guess. Bruh, why did I freeze there? Freeze frame. That was a scene break. We're on page 48. Well into the day. What? Well into the next day, Lu Wancheng still hadn't woken. Hualu, yeah, that's how you pronounce it. Hualu was so worried that she kept checking his breath. You have nothing to do. If you have nothing to do, go sweep the yard, Lin Qingyu told her. Young lord, the young master has been asleep for 12 hours, Hualu responded. Is that normal? Relax, Lin Qingyu said. Patients indeed sleep more. But before Hualu could heave a sigh of relief, he continued. He really has been sleeping too much, though. Did he get too little sleep in the past? Hualu shook her head. The young master's weak body has kept him bedridden for years. He sleeps when he's tired. Lin Qingyu sank into thought. Lu Wancheng didn't wake up until afternoon. Then he called Lin Qingyu over to thank him. Thank heavens you were here last night, Physician Lin. Otherwise, I wouldn't even have known how I died. Seeing Lu Wancheng's apparently healthy complexion, Lin Qingyu couldn't be bothered with bedside manner. It would have been from illness, of course. I have no way to repay your great kindness, but I've decided to do something troublesome for you. Just stop talking before bed and give me some peace, Lin Qingyu said indifferently. Ah, sighing, Lu Wancheng smiled. You're scolding me for being chatty. During this exchange, Feng Qin entered to report. Young master, young lord, the second lady is here. The second young lady is here. We're not getting married. We're saving life. Tea. The second young lady was Lu Wancheng's sister. Lin Qingyu hadn't met her yet. Lu Wancheng mulled this over. The second young lady. Why is she here? He asked slowly. To visit her sick brother, of course. Lin Qingyu interjected. Oh wait, no, this is Lin Qingyu. To visit her sick brother, of course, Lin Qingyu interjected. I won't interrupt you two. Lu Wancheng grabbed his sleeve. Look at the rush you're in. I didn't say I'd meet with her. You aren't going to meet with her? Nah, it keeps changing. You aren't going to meet with her? Feng Qin asked, surprised. But you two have always had the closest of relationships. I noticed that she brought knee pads for you. She definitely made them herself. She visited yesterday, but she left when she found out that you were asleep. Lin Qingyu disliked the residence of the Marquis of Nanan's residence. But Lu Wancheng wasn't in his shoes. How could a brother ignore the younger sister who'd come to visit repeatedly? If you don't meet her now, she'll come again, Lin Qingyu pointed out. Why are you hiding from your own sister? I'm not hiding, but I'd rather not have to put on an act. Lu Wancheng replied, deep in thought. How about this? Fengqian, tell her to treat me as if I were dead. He turned away, shoving them his lonely... What? No. He turned away, showing them his lonely, stubborn back. And that's the end of chapter 4. So I got distracted by beep outside. That's the end of chapter 4. I think I'll read one more chapter. How does that? Wait, how big is this chapter? It should be fine. It should be fine. I'm gonna put my braces on now, though, because my hands are a little weird. I'm also gonna take a short little ad break. Hope you don't mind. I'm gonna also like walk around and get my blood pumping and all that shit. Alright? Alright, is that alright with you? I will be back in a moment. See you in a second. Aye, stop it. Okay, Burb. Okay, we are back from ad break. How did you do? Yeah. What kind of ad did you get? Hopefully it wasn't something terrible. Fucking Crunchyroll or something. Alright. let's get back into it. I might be a little worse after the break because that's what happens when I lose, like, essentially when I give myself breaks, honestly, that's kind of it. It's like the ADHD thing, right? I think, or autism, or both. Or just a me thing, who knows? I'm getting on it. Okay. Now I can hear myself again. Just glad I didn't miss the whole thing this time. It's okay, I have mods for a reason. Oh, ears. No, I'm gonna have to yawn again, and then it makes my ears. Oh no. Guys, I'm just an eepy boy. I'm really eepy. I actually slept in today. I snoozed my alarm for 2 hours. A full 2 hours. Doing some plant watering. Ooh, what kind of plants did you get? I wouldn't know. I like plants. I could not keep plants alive though. Koi? Well, I don't even know what those are. But good for you. Yay, yippee! I like how you put the pronunciation guide right next to it, and I still struggled. Oh my god. Orange flowers, that's nice. Yippee. Alright. If I will fucking stop yawning, then we can get back to reading. We're on page 51. Already. Okay. Chapter 5. After a few days of care, Lu Wancheng seemed to improve, despite whatever was going on inside him. I love that. Lin Qingyu suggested he get out of bed and try walking a bit. Lu Wancheng listened to his advice and got up, taking 2 painstaking steps before his limbs felt weak. He lay back down and said shamelessly, "Nothing in the world is difficult as long as you're willing to give up. I choose to give up." "Do you want to lie in bed for the rest of your life?" Lin Qingyu demanded. "Is something wrong with that?" Lu Wancheng retorted. "No. Lie there then." Lin Qingyu, who believed in hard work and persistence, couldn't stand Lu Wancheng's defeated attitude. He didn't step into the room again for an entire day. Out of sight, out of mind. Bro, you are gonna learn fast that it is much more difficult for him to be persistent. You're gonna learn real fast. Today was the day the bride would return home. Lu Qingyu was loath to view himself as a newlywed bride, but he did miss his family. He'd only been away for a couple of days, but it felt like years. Early that morning, Lady Liang had sent a steward to Lanfeng Pavilion. The steward had ordered servants to bring 2 chests of gifts from the Marchioness for Lin Qingyu to take home. Woohoo! Hua Lu was young and said bluntly, "What? Only 2 chests? The lady would usually send more than this, even if it were a servant girl who'd gotten married." The steward smiled. "Miss Hualu, you don't understand. The number of gifts a new bride takes back home depends on the dowry she brought over. Since the young lord didn't bring much of a dowry with him, few gifts were being given in return, naturally." That much was true. When Lin Qingyu's parents had prepared his dowry, he pleaded that it be as paltry as possible, preferably they'd have given nothing at all. He didn't take any of the antiques or porcelain valuables his father had prepared, nor the gold and silver jewelry or farmland deeds his mother readied. Taking the Lin family's belongings into the Marquis of Nanan's residence would only have sullied them. Lin Qingyu knew his parents weren't materialistic. Their only wishes were for his safety. "I don't need to bring these 2 chests," he said. The steward was stunned. thinking he'd misunderstood. Young lord, you mean leave them for the Marquis and Marchioness? Though Hualu was unmarried, she knew returning home with the gifts was a matter of respect. She tried to persuade him. You should take some, young lord. A newlywed bride who returned to his parents' home with nothing in hand would definitely be pointed at and gossiped about. The Lin family has been gossiped about already, Lin Qingyu said coolly. Let them continue. Homosexuality wasn't popular in the Great Yu Empire. The families of high-ranking officials and dignitaries all included a couple of male concubines, and even the emperor had one or two. I said that so wrong. Homosexuality was popular in the Great Yu Empire. But a man could not bear children, and thus couldn't be someone's main wife. According to the law in Great Yu, marriage was between one man and one woman, or one man, one woman, and several concubines. If not to follow the imperial preceptor's instructions and save Lu Wancheng's life, the emperor wouldn't have violated ancient law and granted a marriage to 2 men alone. Everyone did it anyway. Lin Qingyu was the first man to become a wife through imperial permission, which was enough to make the Lin family infamous in the capital. They were a hot topic among the city's dignitaries. As the steward grumbled to himself, Lin Qingyu asked, "Is the carriage ready?" The steward cleared his throat. "Yes, sir. There's one more thing. The lady asked me to tell you that the eldest young master hasn't fully recovered yet, so he won't be accompanying you. His body might not be able to bear the cold outside." "Don't worry," Lin Qingyu said calmly. "I didn't plan on taking him back with me." Lin Qingyu climbed into the carriage alone. The Marquis of Nanan's residence and the Lin residence were nearly opposite ends of the city, so a round trip would take most of the day. As he passed Yongxing Street, Lin Qingyu had the driver stop. "Wait here." Yongxing Street was the most opulent thoroughfare in the capital. What the fuck does that mean? Hey, what the fuck does that mean? Hey, what? Why doesn't that have the footnote? Shops on either side of the road sold silk, cloth, porcelain, wine, tea, and more. Lin Qingyu entered a wine shop and bought 2 jars of fine wine, then went into the snack shop next door to order a few pounds of candied fruit and refreshments. Bringing those would be enough. The fanciest path through. Ooh. Okay, thanks. The Lin household knew that Lin Qingyu would come home today, so they'd open the doors early in the morning. When it was almost time for him to arrive, his mother took her younger son and the servant boy who'd followed Lin Qingyu since childhood and stood at the doors, waiting. Aww. Just before his carriage arrived, Lin Qingyu opened the window. From a distance, he saw a little boy jumping up and down, waving at his carriage. Cute. That was Lin Qinghe. This is gonna get so confusing for me. This is gonna get so goddamn confusing. Fuck. That was Lin Qinghe, his 6-year-old brother. Lin Qingyu's heart, which had been tense for days on end, finally relaxed a little. That's so cute. As soon as Lin Qingyu stepped out of the carriage, his brother jumped into his arms, yelling, "Gaga!" He was at the age when his baby teeth were falling out, so his 2 front teeth were missing. It distorted his pronunciation somewhat. Young master, Huantong, Lin Qingyu's personal servant, was as overjoyed as if his young master had returned from the battlefield instead of the Marcus's residence. Lin Qingyu patted his little brother's head and looked toward the gentle woman next to them. Mother. Her eyes were tearful. It's good that you're back. Slightly nervous, she eyed the carriage. Is the young Marcus still in there? The young Marcus is bedridden and can't go out. He said to treat him as if he were dead. Lin Qingyu said, recounting Lu Wancheng's words. His mother was shocked. That... Lin Qingyu gave her a comforting smile. Let's not mention other people... Oh, what? Let's not mention other people now that I'm home. Where's father? One of his students came to visit today. He's with them in the hall. Which one? Tan... Qi-zhi. Qi-zhi? Qi-zhi. It's Qichi. Tan Qi-zhi. 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 Oh, please have a pronunciation guide. Oh. Not even. Not even. I guess they're not that much of a important character. It's fine. It's fine. We'll figure it out. Believe that one is. Hey. Tan cheese. Cheese. It sounds like cheese. It sounds like saying cheese in a Korean accent. I'm gonna do that now. Lin Qingyu's smile faded a bit. He sure knows how to pick a day to visit. Oh wait, this is what he's saying. He sure knows how to pick a day to visit. Did he have to come on the same day Lin Qingyu visited? The Tan family ran the largest apothecary in the capital, and Lin Qingyu was cordial with Tan Qizhi. Sorry, his father's student. I can't do it. Thanks for the resub. Woohoo! Apothecary. Still, Lin Qingyu didn't want to interact with him too much. Tan Qizhi was always one-sidedly competitive with others, and eventually it became annoying. Compared to Tan Qizhi, even Lu Wancheng was lovable. At any rate, Lin Qingyu's mother was relieved that Lu Wancheng hadn't come along. She and her husband only missed their son, and they would just have felt awkward if their son-in-law had accompanied him. Let's not stand at the doors. Come in, I made your favorite, plum blossom cake. Did you make it yourself, Mother? She smiled. Of course. You don't like it when someone else makes it. Lin Qingyu gave her a small smile, and his ice-cold aura seemed to warm into a spring breeze. The driver from the Marcus's residence was stunned. Was this the same young lord who constantly ignored everyone, his expression aloof? As soon as Lin Qingyu entered, he saw Tan Qizhi. I can't. He saw him approach him. Qingyu Xiang, you're finally here. Tan Qizhi was handsome. Sorry, I can't. And he had a scholarly temperament. At first glance, he looked like a talented young man. Lin Qingyu nodded at him, then greeted the man in the place of honor. Father. His father didn't show emotion like his mother did, but his eyes sparkled as he said, You're back. That's kind of cute. Tan Qizhi looked outside, then asked, It's just you? Where's the young Marcus? He didn't come, Lu Qingyu said coldly. Tan Qizhi was surprised. I've never seen a newlywed bride return without her husband. No? Well, now you have, Lin Qingyu replied. Perhaps the young Marcus is still unwell and cannot go out. Oh, this is his father remarked. But even if so, how could Lu Wancheng not at least have sent a greeting card? Tan Qizhi looked Lin Qingyu up and down blatantly, not even trying to hide his gaze. Lin Qingyu wore a plain white robe today. He was thin to begin with, so his waistline looked elegant as he stood straight up. Huh? Why are we mentioning his waistline? He was beautiful, but too pretentious. Tan Qizhi felt. Oh, yeah, I'm sure it's grabbable. Tan Qizhi. Would Lin Qingyu's husband like a male wife who always acted superior? He doubted that Beauty Lin was favored by his husband or in-laws. I don't think he's competitive with everyone, my dude. I think he's trying to get your attention. I think maybe he's just trying to get your attention. Whoa. Interesting. Jing Yushong is still as attractive as ever. You look even prettier than a woman. What I fucking say, Tan Chiji said, smiling. But why do you still dress so simply as the young lord of the Marquis's residence? Lin Qingyu eyed Tan Chiji with the same frankness. I can't measure up to Tan Chong, of course. You're wearing purple robes, and there are rings and pendants on your hands and waist. How noble. No one looks more like a male wife of a noble family than you. Tan Chiji's face twisted but quickly returned to normal. You must be joking. Jing Yushong. On that note, where are your return gifts? Bring them out so I can experience a Marcus's wealth. Lin Qingyu lifted the 2 jars of wine. Here. His father smiled at him. I love them. I think that that's so precious that he has like a really good family. Oh, it's so nice. He said, I can hear a rebound when he dies. Oh my god, he did. Also, why does my tongue keep sticking out on accident? I'm not even sticking out my... It's fine, whatever. God damn. It doesn't sound like he's just making fun of him, is the thing. It sounds like it's a bit more than that. Tan Chi just stared. Favored or not, Lin Qingyu was still the male wife of the Marquis's household. How could his return gift be so pathetic? I brought a few pounds of candied fruit as well, Lin Qingyu said, his tone light. Would you like to try some, Tan Xiang? Hearing that there was candied fruit, Lin Qinghe said excitedly, I want to eat those. Thanks, Guga. Did you hide all the good gifts because you didn't want to give them to your parents, Qing Yushong? Tan Chiji asked, jokingly. Don't say such nonsense, interjected Lin Qingyu's father. Please warm up the wine, lady. I'll have a few drinks with Qingyu and Chiji later. Troubled, Tan Chiji said, Teacher, I'm afraid the rules don't allow that. How does it break the rules? Tan Chiji hesitated. Qing Yushong is married now. How could he drink with me, an unrelated man? Lin Qingyu's father glowered. Although Lin Qingyu was good-looking and had joined a Marquis's family as a male wife, the man still considered him his son. Still, others might not see Lin Qingyu that way. The Marquis of Nanan's household had strict rules, so whether a male wife could interact with men outside it, let alone drink at the same table, was up for debate. It indeed breaks the rules. After all, how could we allow an outsider to attend a family meal? Lin Qingyu seemed composed, but he was already mulling over what type of poison Tan Chiji deserved to be dosed with. What are you still here for, Tan Chong? You can leave. Shit! Tan Chiji was speechless. He clearly didn't want to leave. He hadn't seen anything interesting yet, so he laughed dryly and said, To be honest, I came today not only to greet my shifu, but also to request something. Before he could finish, a steward dashed over. Master, lady, your son-in-law is here. What? Who's here? Don't mislabel people, Lin Qingyu said icily. It's the young Marcus. Oh, wait. Yes, insisted Huan Tong, who had followed the steward. The young Marcus of the Marquis of Nanan's household. Why was Lu Wancheng now at the Lin residence instead of sleeping? Lin Qingyu kept his emotions in check. I'll go take a look. We'll go as well, his father said in a low voice. We'll go as well. We'll go as well. I can't go that low. Lu Wancheng was a man of high status, after all. If they neglected to greet him, someone with ulterior motives could spread rumors. If such rumors reached the Marquis of Nanan's residence, Lin Qingyu's situation would become even more dire. Tan Qizhi rolled his eyes and followed them. When Lin Qingyu reached the courtyard, he saw Lu Wancheng sitting in a wheelchair, a servant pushing it. Their eyes met. Lu Wancheng smiled, looking completely gentlemanly. Qingyu, you didn't bring me when you went home? Seeing Lin Qingyu's less than touching expression, he whispered, No way, why are you mad again? What is there to be mad about in your own home? Lu Wancheng's face had regained some color, still his complexion was pale. He held an exquisite portable heater in one hand. He was dressed in deep red robes topped with a winter cap, a pure white fox fur over his legs. Even with so many layers on, he didn't look puffed up. Instead, he looked elegant and handsome. Quite perfect. Oh, I'm just looking at the cover now. They're so cute. Oh, they're so cute. It's fine. It's fine. I need to drink water. Tea, I mean. Where am I? Lying in bed, Lu Wancheng looked like a salted fish, but out of bed he looked much more presentable. Before Lin Qingyu could say anything, his parents came out. Lu Wancheng glanced sideways, and the servant behind him tacitly understood. He took the heater and fox fur in one hand and helped Lu Wancheng up with the other. Once Lu Wancheng was standing steadily, he bowed to Lin Qingyu's parents. Greetings, father-in-law, mother-in-law. My apologies for the delay. He was graceful and generous, exactly what was expected of a wealthy family's young master. Lin Qingke hid behind his brother, staring at Lu Wancheng with wide eyes. Gege, he's so handsome. Lin Qingyu watched Lu Wancheng coldly. You're seeing things, he told Lin Qingke. There's no need to be so polite, young Marcus, Lin Qingyu's father said. Since you're ill, please sit. Lu Wancheng sat back down in his wheelchair, his gaze falling to Tan Qizhi. And this is? Greetings, young master. What? Not master. Greetings, young Marcus. Tan Qizhi. Qizhi. Said respectfully. Stepping forward. My name is Tan Qizhi. I'm head imperial physician Lin's student. My family owns the Changshi apothecary in the capital. Lu Wancheng had a slight smile on his face. Changshi Tan Qizhi said hurriedly. What? Jihe? Tan Qizhi had a vague sense that he was being played with, but the other man's status was so superior to his that he could only keep smiling. It's Changji. Changji what? What's going on? Lin Qingyu interrupted them. The wind is cold. Father, mother, please go back inside. I'll take care of the young Marcus. His mother reached her hand out to Lin Qingke. Don't stick so close to your brother, Qingke. Come here. After his family left the courtyard, Lin Qingyu whispered to Lu Wancheng, What's with you today? Alone with Lin Qingyu, Lu Wancheng couldn't be bothered to pretend anymore. He looked downward, appearing exhausted. I came to support you. No need. This was out of the ordinary, and Lin Qingyu felt something must be afoot. He furrowed his brows. You're normally not awake at this time. No, I'm not. It took multiple tries to get up, Lu Wancheng said, smiling. And I did all this to repay you for the medicine and acupuncture. What do you think? Aren't you touched? Not really, Lin Qingyu replied coldly. Lu Wancheng raised his eyebrows. Then would you like me to go? Lin Qingyu gave it some thought. Sure, you can find an excuse to go back to the manor. Lu Wancheng choked, suddenly feeling that life was not worth living. That's a bit much, pal. Just a pal? Just called him pal? That's a bit much, pal. Good lord. Good lord. Okay, that's the end of chapter 5. And my hands are really hurting now, so I will be skedaddling. Yeah, he's a hey, buddy. Oh god, that's so good. I also have no idea what to title these chapters because they don't have chapter titles, so I'm just putting in whatever. Not title these title the streams, you know. Of course, Apple. I'll get to that in a second. It's so good. It's so good. It makes me feel so seen. I am projecting onto this character so much. Let me take my book down. Hey, listen here, chum. You always said that. Oh, also, now that Twitch allows multi-streaming or like multi-chat, I am going to look into getting a multi-chat widget so that you can all be up here on my screen soon. I have bookmarked one already, so I'll be doing that soon, hopefully by next week. I just keep forgetting about it. But yeah, now we're gonna be on the same field. Wow. Wow. Okay, I am so eepy. That was fun. I love this book. This is awesome. I love reading. Oh, I love reading. I miss reading last week. I really wanted to read, but actually, what was happening? I don't think I even had cramps at the time. I think I was like awaiting the cramps, and it was really weird, and I was in waiting mode, so I was like, I can't because they're gonna come, but then are they not? And then I don't know, it was really weird and stupid. But yeah. I'm gonna go lie down, I guess, rest my hands for a bit. I will see you later next week for more of this book, and maybe on Wednesday as well. I didn't stream yesterday on here because I was extremely tired. You don't even understand. You don't even understand. I was like half asleep the whole day yesterday because I am extremely sensitive to weather shifts, or like the shifts in atmospheric pressure. So I get really when it's about to rain. And then once it starts to rain, or when it's like settled more, I'm like, okay, that's fine now. I don't know, it's weird. It's weird. Any other autistic bitches like me? Oh. Anyway, wait, should I do like a like and subscribe thing for YouTube's? Because I never do that. Hey, if you like this, then like the video, it helps me out. I guess. I guess if you want to. I suppose. Anyway, I have an error to do, so I'll do that and then I'll skedaddle and you can all be rid of me, alright? Alright. Alright, I'll see you later. Have a good rest of your day. Be safe. I'll see you later. Bye-bye.